All right, let's talk about the Chargers, and I think Justin Herbert's playing well. Again, it was a weird game against the Lions. There's no denying that. There still are some holes with this Chargers roster. I think they really miss Keenan Allen. It's hard to replace a guy like that, and they haven't been able to because it's just hard to. But they're doing their best. They're playing solid. I want to make a video talking about, the Chargers offense in general. It's going to be, Justin Herbert is the subject of this video, but we'll talk about some other stuff as well. So let's get into it. Starting off with this play. It's going to be a zone coverage play that you see on the screen. You see the concept, and this is something that it's been an issue for the Chargers without Keenan Allen. Look at how when Herbert takes the snap, he's going to look, wherever direction he wants to look. There's nobody open. So this is something that has to improve, I think, as the Chargers got to start getting guys a little bit more open here. There's been, again, I'm not saying no guy is getting open. We'll talk about guys who are playing well in just a second. But, Keenan Allen's kind of one of those guys who's like always open, it feels like. So losing him, this is why your offense looks worse about him. It's why I'm a big believer in getting a star wide receiver just matters a ton. Look, Herbert tries to fire one through a tight window anyways. Nearly worked out. Wasn't quite able to. He did everything he could do there. But just a play where the chances of something working out there were practically zero, so it's hard to blame, Herbert too much. But now let's go over here, and let's talk about someone who is maybe not someone who gets a ton of separation, but in my opinion is legitimately emerging as a star, and he still gets plenty of separation. That's just not his game. His game is doing this stuff where it's going to be a quarters coverage play and he's running a deep route. So as long as he can stay outside the numbers enough to where the safety does not come over and knock the ball away, this could be a one-on-one matchup, and for Herbert, he definitely would like to take advantage of that one-on-one matchup if it's available. Watch how Herbert takes the snap. He runs the play action and he looks down the field. You see that, again, this is what I'm talking about, that, okay, there's not separation necessarily. Mike Williams isn't going out and, just burning by guys, but his game is very much almost similar to the Jamar Chase style of just put the ball up there, I'm going to find a way to make the grab, and of course, Mike Williams is 6'4", so that certainly helps. Chase isn't that tall. Williams is tall, so that obviously is a big way he's able to be one of the best jump ball receivers, if not the best jump ball receiver in football. I mean, look at how Herbert gives him a chance, smart play by Herbert, and Williams makes the grab. Again, some people will discount this saying, all you did was throw it up to Mike Williams. Why am I giving Herbert credit? Well, because he threw it up to Mike Williams. That's a smart play. Throw it to your open receiver, and Mike Williams, when he's covered, is open, so throw it to him, right? That's simply, that's smart football. Do what you can to get the ball down the field. Like, this play's another one, and, it's the plays like this that, really are why Keenan Allen can be so important and why he'll make this offense look so much better, is you put him on the other side here, then you have a situation where, you have to double team Allen, meaning that you now have Williams getting one-on-one matchups consistently where he can do this stuff. He's running a go route, and watch what happens. Williams is going to start off this route and once again not really get too clearly open. But one thing he does a nice job of is getting corners to turn their back towards the quarterback. If you get in this situation, this means you can play the ball easier than the corner can. And again, he's a hard guy to cover. He's 6'4", so trying to be able to cover him, height definitely helps you out in these situations. Watch how when Herbert makes this throw, again, Williams is able to make, that's just an unbelievable catch. Like, that's just fantastic. The fact that he managed to make that catch is unbelievable. And how about one more, why don't we? We're not stopping there. We have more to talk about. This one, which is going to be a very similar play. It's going to be a, cover 3 zone, but it's essentially just a one-on-one matchup once again on the outside. You get one-on-one matchups on the outside with Mike Williams. Let's take this opportunity to, hit him. Again, Justin Herbert takes the snap, and again, there is not a ton of separation, but Herbert is smart. Herbert says, until I see them find ways to stop this, I am going to keep doing this. This is what makes sense. This is what is working. I am going to continue doing this. Again, watch the throw, and he actually throws it to the back shoulder this time, so a little bit clever there, as well as, a defensive back, you're probably expecting it to go over the top the way the last two have, so mixing it up a little bit makes it just that much more difficult to stop. Again, perfectly accurate throw, great catch, all of that good stuff. This is how the Chargers offense is still able to move the ball down the field, even if they're, a bit dependent on, certain guys. If those guys are playing well, then you're doing all right for yourself. And also, we can talk about scheme for a second. One thing is simple, just like a quick screen pass, right? But hey, screen passes, well-timed screen passes can absolutely work out. And we saw how well-timed these ones were with, how well, really, screen passes and runs in general. I didn't even talk about Austin Eckler's ground game, but the guy had 173 yards in this one on only 16 carries. So, I could have made a video about him personally, but you know me, I like the quarterback videos. But anyways, watch how this is going to be just a well-timed screen pass here to Eckler, who is going to get a receiving touchdown on the day. He had 2 touchdowns total, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. That was his receiving, so had to give him some love a little bit through the receiving game, but well blocked, well called, definitely, and well ran by Austin Eckler. So all that stuff doing good. And finally, something like this, right? The running game, which again, I did not talk about too much, but the running game is working. They're definitely aware, the Browns are, that the running game is working. Well, then run some play actions. Get guys out of position because your running game is working, right? The running game sets stuff up. Well, then, use what it set up to your advantage. Watch how when Herbert, fakes a pitch back and then runs to the bottom of the screen. That was actually Josh Kelly, not Austin Eckler in the game. But still, Kelly had 4.9 yards per carry himself, so he's no slouch back there. Not quite the 10.8 yards per carry Eckler had, but still, running game doing well. You see how Cleveland really fell for that to where Herbert's primary target on this play is wide open. Herbert's able to make the throw, and they're able to pick up a big completion, so offense still going strong, and honestly, Herbert didn't even have to do too much in this one. This is also late in the game where, that helps, obviously, get the play action going. But still, the play action was going in general throughout this game. So maybe this is not the best example to use just because of the situation. But as a whole, play action, that kind of stuff was working. And this is how their offense, the offense pretty much, with the exception of 1 week and 1 play against the Chiefs, has been very good. And they're doing this without Keenan Allen. So even though the Chargers have kind of been, they've looked weird so far through 5 weeks, they haven't been as optimistic as some people feel they have been. I feel like when I watched this tape, I actually was more optimistic about their future than maybe I was heading into this game. So that's kind of how I view it. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on, Justin Herbert, on the Chargers? Do you agree that once Keenan Allen gets back, they could be looking a lot better? Or do you think that there's still some issues with this offense as a whole? Do you think that, they got to benefit from playing with the weirdly not great Browns defense this year? I don't know what's going on there, but, give me your thoughts in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.